Hi Scorpio, welcome to the Smudgery. I'm Jamie and this will be a general read for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Happy birthday guys. Happy Scorpio. That was a weird noise in my hallway. Happy Scorpio season. Happy birthday. Let's see what we got for recent past. Okay, Chariot, moving forward. This is also, see how he's all decorated? You maybe recently have been recognized for an achievement of some kind, or if it's not, it's just like hitting a personal goal. But yeah, it's about movement, it's about moving on. So a lot of you, pretty much every Scorpio I know is going through a really important transformation right now, and yeah, no surprise that that's come out. Got the Emperor, which is about boundary setting. It's about overseeing, well, it's an authority figure. So like this, this could represent fatherhood, but it doesn't necessarily, of course it's not going to mean fatherhood for the ladies. And what else? We got the Four. Okay, you're taking kind of a break from, you're overseeing things and you're in control of your shit, but you're also kind of like taking a break from something. It could be like maybe your social life. You're just kind of focused on something right now. And you're in control. Like you're in the driver's seat. You're in the driver's seat. So if you need your rest, by all means, let's pull from here. Okay, unity. Okay, so yeah, this is a reminder that we're all one. Excuse me. Reminder that we are all one. It's about, and it's also about like being aware of your own wholeness. I feel like a lot of you maybe have just been stepping into a new kind of power. It's just, and finding out things about yourself that maybe you knew were there, but you're enjoying that part of yourself currently, if that makes any sense to anybody. Okay, let's find out about the energy coming towards Scorpio. Something's turned around. What is it? Okay, we've got the Eight of Swords, which is about someone or something in your world is feeling very imprisoned or stuck in one spot, no movement, very unsure, just kind of frozen. If that, I don't know what that means for you, but you on the other hand are, well, you're affected by this in some kind of a way. Let's pull from here. Okay. Epony's wild daughter. This is it's kind of like the Nine of Swords, and it was in reverse. Now, it's about puzzles and it's moon energy, so it's maybe some secrets. They're keeping something very close to their chest. And it's starting to take its toll. They're feeling guilty. Acting guilty, too. Like you're onto them, you know what I mean? We got Judgment in reverse. Okay, so this is, they're not listening to their calling. They're off track, like way the fuck off track. As to where like you're in this place where you're growing and you're making positive change, and they're just kind of like they don't really know how right now to be on board with that, because they're not in the same place as you, not at all. they're in a very, I don't want to say negative maybe for some, but like just stuck, just stale. That's what I'm kind of getting here. But they're missing out on some shit. Like, let's pull another one. Now that came out fast. Okay, Ace of Swords. This is about clarity, and I think what this is implying is that you're kind of trying to bring them some clarity. Let me pull another one. Well, that just flipped. Okay. The Pook. I put my arm down and flipped out. This is about being this is like the shapeshifter, okay? So like he kind of represents like there being a little bit of bad in the good and a little bit of good in the bad. I think you're kind of opening their eyes a little bit to the fact that that is something that that exists, right? Like, okay, so perfect example. I was talking to my almost 5-year-old the other day about how not all cops are good and how like not all witches are bad. I mean, that's a lame example, but it was a funny conversation. Her cognitive skills aren't quite there yet. I'm just, every time she sees a cop pulling someone over, she's like, oh, getting the bad guys. And I'm like, well, mommy gets pulled over by the cops sometimes too, and she's not bad. I digress. So I don't know how this applies for you, for this individual in your life, but I think that you're really trying to just make them see something in a new kind of way, because where they're at right now, they're just closed. Excuse me, very closed to, and they're closing themselves off for new experiences as well by being closed-minded in regard to life itself. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see what else for the mutual energy. Oh, okay. Romantic, or was perhaps, with this one. Okay, so this I think of the Two of Cups as like puppy love, and I think of the Ten of Cups as like real, like, a person seeing you at your worst, complete like family unit, emotional balance. But yeah, both in reverse and both just okay, so not only do you not see this as like being fun anymore, you maybe aren't seeing them in any, like, you don't want to pursue this. I think it means you guys can't see eye to eye in matters when it comes to emotions and relationships. Like, it's straight up not compatible, not playful, not who you thought that they were. And not that they're bad, they're just not open. They're just not where you're at. What do we got? Okay. I'll be the Retriever. This is a card about having, okay, this is the collector of like lost talents, and he collects the things about ourselves that we forget, like our talents, our gifts, and he hangs on to them until you're ready for them again. Now, I mean, I would say that you maybe shouldn't give up on this individual, but it seems like you maybe already have. Or maybe this is them, like, having doubts. Let me pull from here. Okay. Magician in reverse. The Magician is able to, in the upright, able to turn ideas into action. And you can turn ideas into action, but this just very much feels like as long as you've got this kind of energy, it's gonna eventually like affect you personally and drag you down with it, is what it kind of feels like. And you don't need that. I think you've been through a good transformation, and you need to, follow, you're emotionally balanced. You got your shit. you kind of know what you want. You know what direction you want to go in, definitely, with the Chariot. I want to pull another card for them because I still don't really understand their deal. We got 2. All right, let's read them both. Okay. Sun in reverse, joyless, dragging you down. They've also got the Hermit. You could be dealing with a Virgo. That's a possibility. But it's they need to be on their own for a little bit to figure out what it is that they want. Introspection. They're lacking it. And it's time for them to do that. It has nothing to do with you. Like, it's just they're not where you're at. Like, that's all I can keep coming back to. Let's get to some advice. We can't control what they're gonna do, but you can control what you do. Knight of Wands, heroic. Keep pushing, not pushing them, but just keep pushing for yourself and keep doing what you need to do to further your growth, the process of this transformation. I'm not saying it's over with this one. Let's see. There we go. King of Wands. Yeah, they're needing to do their own, like, they're needing to find themselves. This is about creator. This is the creator, and they're needing to, like, master their own world. Okay, before you guys can really be harmonious. And I think that they're gonna try. I think that you could continue to inspire them, but ultimately it's up to them to, if a person isn't complete, then how can they be complete for someone else? And I think that's kind of where they're at. And I really would encourage you, to just keep doing what you know you need to do. And I know that you guys do. You're very intuitive. They're just in a weird, funky, I don't even know how to describe it. A lot of confusion around this one. Let's see, any more advice for Scorpio? Death in reverse. This is about not wanting to let go of something. So, I see this as maybe you should not let this go. I think that they can come out of this and things can be okay. But just, don't rely on them for your happiness. Because they can't give you that. Sun in reverse. Magician in reverse. Trapped. Nightmares. They're just not ready. They're not. All right, let's see. I'll pull a couple more. Let's see what's anything else. Justice in reverse. Yeah, that's unfair. It's what you do now with this individual is, it's gonna kind of, I think it's gonna end up being unfair. I think that whatever happiness that you're finding in yourself through this transformation you're doing, they're just gonna kind of suck you dry, like succubus energy for sure. Let's do a fairy. Whoa. Sorry. What do we got? Too many. Sorry, my bad. Here we go. Okay, we got honesty in reverse. It's one of my favorite cards, seriously, in the upright. Look at how cute he is. Yeah, I mean, honesty in reverse, do I even really need to explain that? I think that they're not, I think it could very well mean that they're not being honest with you, but in regard to them just not being honest with themselves. Like, they might not even really be aware that they're not ready. They're not equipped. They're not equipped for, if this is romantic, they are not there. They're just not. And if they're leading you to believe that they are, they might not even realize that they're not. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to pull one more. Whoa, there it is. Okay, we got the High Priestess. This is, you just need to sit and wait and be. You know, she's waiting for intuition. She's waiting to be enlightened. This is going to play itself out. I don't think you're going to have to really do much of anything. You'll know.